We've been talking technology. The hour has changed. It's now past 11, but we are still talking about technology and how it's changed our lives for the good and for worse as well. And George, on the text.
Yeah, somebody's texted in with the word nerd.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Thank you for that. I think it's possibly aimed at James. I don't know. Thomas, sorry.
Tom, do you think?
Me and my pocket protector are right here, dude.
Your
come down to this
protector?
studio.
Yeah. Do you not have one of those to protect your shirt from pen stains?
No, I don't have a pocket
very
protector.
snazzy.
We did a great when I was in school. We got, it was kind of like an email, and it was like, oh, so every point Michael Jordan, heyday, every point he scores, he gets like $2,000, and he has sponsorship deals of like $58 million. And it's this big old thing, and he's a great sportsman, lots of money. And at the bottom of it, it went, but Bill Gates makes all of that in a day and a half. and then it was just basically nerds rule. They're pretty good at what they do.
Thomas, one of our listeners is asking for a bit of advice on. She says starting up her own home business and feels that social media is the only way to promote it. She's mentioned Facebook and I think she needs a bit of guidance. From a business perspective, what's your advice? What's the best way to go?
I'm not sure if I'd be the best for this. Social media, yes. Obviously, like Google AdWords and stuff, and is a really kind of cheap way you can get kind of targeted advertising. You only pay per click. But also the most basic, I'm a journalist, you need to just call up a load of people from my company and other companies as well, and just say, hey, I'm starting a new business. Everyone loves an underdog. If it's your own business, you're going to care for it a lot more than kind of having to hire a PR or someone like that.
And there's a lot of research on influencing, and the strongest way to influence someone is through your personal presence. So don't take for granted going out and connecting with people and building relationships and spreading the word.
Actually meeting people in reality, in person.
In reality, going out of your house and going to connect with people, because people remember you, you'll make an impact, and you'll diversify yourself from people who just choose to be online. It's so important.
Well, we are. I'm very disappointed actually in the recent texters, because what they haven't been doing, some good points, but what they haven't been doing is telling us how much of a geek they are out of 100 kilobytes. Kilobytes?
That's correct.
Kilobytes, including the decimal points, because they are key. But hopefully our next guest will tell us how much of a geek he is out of 100 kilobytes. It's Sheriff Rizwan, the founder of allshop.com. Did I pronounce that correctly, Sheriff?
No, not really.
Tell me.
It's allshop.com.
Allshop.com.
Al as in the Arabic al, and
yes.
shop as in the English shop.
Thank you for correcting me on that. I appreciate it. And now, how much of a geek are you out of 100?
Well, I was thinking about it a few minutes before in the car. I think I'm 3.0. Probably I'll leave the rest 77 to explore.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So there's I mean, technology is changing every day, so you know you wanna know what's coming up, what's new, what's getting built up, what's getting canned. So I leave the 77 for exploration purpose. Yeah.
Well, for any of us that haven't been down to allshop.com, it's an online offering. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, okay. We are the region's authorized online e-tailer for consumer products. We sell everything under the umbrella of electronics, home appliances, computers, mobiles and tablets. We also sell shoes, perfumes, cosmetics, and even makeup. So we're growing the categories of products that we sell pretty much every day. So you will see a lot of new products coming up online, and so it's consumer related products. It's authorized online e-tailers for the entire GCC, not just Dubai and UAE. So that's what we do, and we deliver our products to your doorstep, of course, and we also have very innovative different types of payment gateways. Of course, we accept cash on delivery and credit card online, but we also do something which is quite unique to us, which is credit card on delivery.
Right.
This, of course, it's very, very, tailor-made for the Middle East kind of crowd, because people are a bit ambiguous.
So using technology, using modern technology when you deliver. Tell us about what you've seen in terms of trends since you started the business. Have you seen changes in which electronic items people are after?
Well, we are 5 years old, so we're going to complete 5 years in about a few months now. So. We've initially, when we started, we were just an electronics online shopping portal. Then later on, we diversified to add a lot of other category of products as well. For obvious reasons, electronics is something that you cannot really rely on to make good margins, whatever, and sustainably. So there's one reason why, as an e-commerce, that we've been able to survive for 5 whole years. The kind of products that sells really well, of course, electronics has a huge fan as well as momentum that always globally companies like Apple and Samsung sort of drives these initiatives, right? So what happens is when people start shopping online, they start seeing the convenience of things and the ease of doing it, and then they start shopping online more frequently from many websites.
Why is it more convenient? Because we live in a city that we have so many mall outlets, and it's very easy really for us to jump in the car or on the metro and go to any of these malls, and yet to order from an online retailer, we're going to have to wait several days for delivery, or at the best 24 hours.
True, but look at it this way: if you're a working expat in the Gulf, right, and you want to pick up a mobile phone and you want to make sure you're getting the best price, how many shops physically and practically you can go and do this in a day? And after a few hours, you're definitely tired. You have to pay for the parking, the petrol, and the effort, and eventually you would reach a point where, like, forget it, I'm just going to pick it up because I think of the 5 shops that I've just been, this is the cheapest. But is that really the cheapest and the best deal that you're getting? And is it really, really convenient for you to do that? As against to when you're sitting at home sipping a coffee or whatever, and you're just ordering something online and you're waiting for somebody to deliver it to your doorstep.
Mamta, is there a different psychology related to shopping, the shopping experience, when we're doing it in person or online?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's all about the convenience these days, and I'm thinking about people who are very, very busy. It's such a fast-paced world. We're all engrossed in the work that we do, whether we're working from home or going to an office. It's very, very fast-paced, and I've spoken to a lot of clients recently who see that shopping is an inconvenience. So physically going somewhere to shop is an inconvenience. And so having the ability to shop online, just harnesses the fact that it's faster to do this certain activity that we find difficult to do, and it requires less effort. So I think it's all in line with becoming a more faster paced world that we live in. And Edward de Bono said that the fastest way of moving backwards is by standing still. And online shopping is global now. It's everywhere, and I think we're actually a little bit behind in the Middle East, and we're catching up now, and so embracing it.
Tom from Stuff magazine, obviously, what's your view on real person shopping, physical shopping for our electronic goods, or online shopping? Is there benefits?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the online. I like the online, mainly because I'm lazy and I don't drive out here, so it's just kind of much easier. Electronics, yes, I'm kind of a person who knows what I'm going to buy. Some people don't, and I think being able to browse, and in store you have you have those big shelving units with lots of different phones on them, and I think people who want to browse, and they're not generally the people who are going to buy your 2,000 dirham phones. They're the guys who are going to buy your 500 to 1,000 dirham phones. I think they like to browse. The main thing with online shops, and you'll be able to clear this up, is kind of Dubai's got a very, very rich grey market out here. So, for example, when the iPhone 5 came out, when the next iPhone 5 will come out, they come out in or the 6. Yeah. They come out in in the US and the UK and like Hong Kong and Germany, and usually they're 8 markets, and then the next day, boom, they're available here, not for a couple thousand dirhams, for like 5, 6, 7,000 dirhams, and that's completely grey market. That is a retailer sending people to the US to buy them, or there are actually other people who provide that service as well, and getting them out here. Do you guys do that?
Yep. I mean, just want to correct you there. You said you get it the next day. We actually have been known for having the Apple products the very same day of launch. So we've always done that, and of course, it's a nightmare to go through in terms of logistics to get the product into Dubai the very same day of a global launch. But here's the thing. There are so many people in this part of the world who would pay literally a huge sum of money to have the product on the very first day, right? Now, of course, there's a huge demand. Now, what are the brands doing about it? Something that that's a total different story. But here's so we take that opportunity, and we make sure that we fulfill these customers' requirements and get them the product that they want the very same day of its global launch. Now, of course, there's a lot of efforts involved in bringing the product over here, because somebody has to literally stay outside an Apple store or wherever it is launching for a couple of days, and then they have to buy their product and then fly in the next. So it's a huge effort that goes into it, and then they have to catch up with the time as well. So that's why the prices automatically goes up. Of course, coming back to your thing of saying gray market. Now that's something which, again, in the Middle East, a lot of retail outlets are generating good business also, because we are able to source from different parts of the world at best prices. So the Middle East actually enjoys the best prices across the world, although we don't have that much control on the grey market products. So it's eventually the consumer wins, hands down, because they get the best prices.
Although I'd say, if I was Apple, to play devil's advocate, if I was Apple, I'd say that one of the reasons why, apart from volume, one of the reasons why I don't launch my gadgets here is because it hasn't been tested by Etisalat or Do. Maybe all the services aren't available here, the updates aren't available here. Technology now knows where we are. We have GPS chips. We have services which are location aware and location specific. So I could make the case that you're taking a product that works perfectly well in the US, and let's use for the first 4G iPads and stuff. Mm-hmm. They didn't properly work out here, but we're taking these products and we're selling them here under the premise that it has 4G, it has this and this and this, just like the US, the UK, Hong Kong counterparts, when actually they do not.
Well, this is another thing. Now, UAE as a country, we have so many different nationalities living here, and eventually we do catch up with the technology of what is trending around the world. So now we have all the 4G and the LTE and everything kicking in and everything working perfectly fine. But if, in the initial stages, those products were designed specifically for a few countries and a few technology. But like I said, if we do catch up with these technologies, and the product eventually starts working and giving you the full-blown effect of what it's supposed to do.
I like it. The debate is heating up. I want to get a word from Mamta after the break. The break is now. We've just had a text that come in from Sarah Connor, 1337. All your base are belong to us. I don't know what it means.
Did you get the reference, Sarah Connor?
Sarah Connor
do.
from the Terminator movies. And all your base belong to us. That was one of these video games that was badly translated.
Bonus points if you know the game.